started.
What is this, 28?
Started 29.
No,
29.
We are 29.
it's prime. No, that's not a prime. We discussed this once before.
We
I
did
don't
that
know my prime
29.
numbers.
You can't, yeah.
Yeah, 29
29
isn't prime.
is definitely
All
prime.
right, let's not get too deep
No,
with
you can
this.
divide
It's just
that.
episode 29. We're here.
Have we started? I can't
not
count.
get all crazy
so like,
with it.
I don't even know.
We're on the eve of
You
the
from Brooklyn,
30th.
so you kind of expect that. But
Yeah, you know what? But Queens, like the thought you are.
Queen's always in the building.
Ready and
It
willing.
never changes.
Toot that thing up, boy.
That's a Brooklyn thought move.
You know my Instagram post is dedicated to you. That's why I tagged you in it. I saw it and I thought immediately
So
of you.
what is that?
Tag me a picture of a bird.
It's
talking
a
about
picture of a
from
bird.
Queens.
Go on, do
As
the
if
main call.
Brooklyn is not known for birds.
Oh, get the fuck out of town. That's
Everybody
not true.
knows the birds are in Brooklyn. Like, come on.
Everybody know the birds is in Queens. Queens is awful.
Queens got the baddest chicks.
I don't know where you get this from.
Ask any guy you've ever talked to.
Any guy I've ever talked to.
Ask them. They'll tell you.
No.
It's not even a debate. Ask any dude. I know dudes from other boroughs that give it up to him all the time. Like, yo,
They give
Queens
it up.
Queens got
How
it.
many guys you know giving it up from other
You
boroughs?
pick and choose what you want to hear.
Ooh.
I said, they give it up. They know Queens got it.
So, today's topic is something that I wanted to bring up that you brought up, Jess. Before we had a very spirited debate, right?
I didn't bring up nothing.
Wild worried.
Yeah, I don't know where you about to go with this.
Let me just phrase it properly because I wanted to phrase it in a particular way. Do you ever or have you ever seen your significant other
I didn't bring this up.
flirting with a friend?
I didn't bring this up. So
Okay, it
I'm
was a
just gonna
spirit.
put
We
that
had
out there.
okay, wait. All right, let me retract the statement. The question is, do you see your significant other flirting with someone? And the reason why I say you kind of inspired it because we were having a conversation a couple weeks ago,
No,
and then we
I know
rolled
why you-
into that.
I know why you
this was
saying
off
that.
air. We were all talking.
Right.
And it
We don't gotta get
rolled.
detailed,
We
but
don't
I know-
have to know. I'm
I know
not
why
gonna
you're
do it to
saying
you.
what you're
I ain't go down. You nervous? What you so nervous for?
I'm not nervous at all.
Oh, wait a minute.
All right,
Let's see. So yeah, what do you think about that? Have you ever seen that happen?
What do you think about your significant
Have
other
you- yeah.
flirting with somebody else?
Have you seen it happen?
No.
And
I haven't had. I haven't.
I've
that
never
haven't-
seen it.
That hasn't
I've
happened
seen
with
it happen
me.
with other people. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be down for that.
Well, no. I mean,
But some people, it goes over some people's head. So I think it just depends on who the person is, and then it depends what do you consider flirting.
Mm-hmm.
Because
What is
then
flirting?
that's a very broad,
Broad.
topic.
okay. So what do you consider flirting?
What one person thinks is flirting, somebody else might not.
All right. So what do you consider flirting?
I think if you're being real touchy feely,
Okay.
if you're making like sexual references or things like that towards a person, that's flirting.
As he grabs the mic.
If you making sexual, what are you doing? He's like jerking the mic.
I can tell it's Desert Storm over there
It's
because that's the
not.
first thing you thought about when you see me.
We've been here before. Have we?
As
been? Can
I
have
sit like this
Yes, you
every
can.
week.
Thank
But that's
you.
the first thing you thought about.
I'm just not that attentive, maybe.
Yeah, I sit like that
Well, I
every
mean,
week.
yeah, because we talk about this we always. You want some ice?
No, I'm good. It's cold. It's already chilled. Fill that bottle. Y'all are just
Sounds.
y'all are on it today. I don't know.
Last night was brazy,
Y'all
man.
had some
It
of
was-
that Spanish fly before
I
you
don't,
got
know
here.
what,
God.
I don't know what happened.
They still sell that?
Last night
I'm
just
like
put me in a
stupid.
good mood, so you know.
Yeah, we was lit. Oh God, we was spinning. Jeez, I don't even remember half of last night to be quite.
That's good.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to.
No,
But
but
what do you consider flirting? Because you never connected.
Who,
to that
me
part.
or
either
D?
one?
Because
Of you.
there's a portion even when you're verbal with somebody of like just being courteous, then when you're saying sexually explicit things, I feel like
Right.
it's on like in your body language too.
Right. I was with a girl one time, and when I would just laugh or make a joke with another female,
Oh, she thought that
she
was flirting.
automatically thought that was flirting.
oh,
And I'm
what's
like,
so funny, nigga? What
right.
you laughing at?
One of those.
Yo,
And it's like, what? It's like,
like
I'm just having a
That's some moment
conversation.
of Black
Wait a
History. Hold
minute.
on.
It's just like the photo that I sent Spliff.
It's
And
like
it's dying.
some
Oh,
females
this
are
nigga a
just
comedian
very,
now? You think he Chris Tucker? Okay, bet.
there are females like that though. There are a lot of females like that.
She showed us a hysterical meme. That's funny.
I see memes like that too. Like when you first start talking to a girl, you're the funniest person in the world.
Of course.
But then once you with them, everything's a fucking joke.
Right. It's so funny. Like, everything, be serious.
Everything's a joke.
Maybe my voice.
Everything got to be a joke with you. I don't know why that changes, why it goes like that, but it always happens.
I do agree that flirting it's a lot of the touching, it's the feeling. Trust me, but some people over laugh, right? You looking at what the fuck is this nigga ain't that funny? He's not. The fuck, like, ew, the joke was whack.
But he
like,
might be that funny.
He's not.
But once you with him, it's just not that funny to you no more.
It wasn't.
When I first got with my girl, she used to laugh at all my jokes.
Now she tired of this
now
shit.
When other people laugh at him, she look at me and roll her eyes, and I be like,
she's like, womp womp.
Used to
Heard
do the
that
same
before.
thing. Now you want to act brand new. Used to do the same thing. It always goes like that. The girls is unstable. That's a whole nother conversation.
Oh, come on.
You're unstable.
Unstable how?
I just gave you an example.
Women are unstable? You're going to make that generalization?
No, that's a fact.
No.
That's not a generalization. That's just a fact. That's
like,
a factual
You're talking
statement.
to a woman? And
Yes.
you're
Who
talking
is
to
unstable?
Women. How am I unstable?
That's a whole nother episode that we got to dedicate to that. We don't got enough time in this
point.
to comment on that.
I will not even contest this. And you saw, like, I don't even know what I did, but apparently it was wild.
To my last name?
Yeah.
It was brazen.
Brazen.
You were dancing with socially awkward individuals.
Really?
Yes.
Was the music good?
I don't remember.
She was drunk too.
I was too busy telling the girl that she might want to protect her phone. She put it in the back pocket after I told her what happened, and like her back pocket was shredded. You know, she was wearing like shredded jeans.
Just be worried about
and
the
I was
most random things. Man.
Well, because I told you I was trying to change my karma.
I just wouldn't care. Like
that's being soulless.
I don't.
All right, fair.
We're talking about a phone. We're not talking about. A guy taking a girl out the club while she's falling over.
No, but she had like
hey,
her phone and
careful.
everything was inside. If you remember what I said, everything was in the back side of her phone.
She'll be all right.
Everything was on the back side of her phone. I was just trying to be nice. There's nothing wrong with being a nice person.
She'll get it back.
So if you saw somebody's wallet laying on the ground, you just gonna leave it there?
Well, wallet
like
is
if you
different.
saw it, cause that's what she's saying.
I'm telling you, her phone. Everything was on the back of her phone. She had her. It was like a sleeve.
Was it on the ground?
It was on the ground, and so it was like.
But you said I was too worried about
the
that.
phone was like this, and then when you flipped it on the back, it was like her license, her credit cards, or whatever.
I get all that. What I'm saying is, she said, "Was the music good?" You said, I don't know, because I was too focused on that girl's phone.
I wasn't focused on her phone.
I'm saying that's like a 30-second thing of focus.
I know,
right
that was short. This thing was minutes worth of dancing on God knows who, but I don't really remember what the music was, because I was more or less looking at that's not somebody that she would normally be dancing with.
Okay.
But you know, the music must have been good.
I guess.
And the liquor was flowing.
It sure was. Yum. Damn, what did we drink there? What did I drink there?
I don't think you drank anything there because you were super lit by the time you got to the spot.
But I do remember that guy buying us a drink, yes.
I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
Because y'all about to talk about last night all night. So I just want to know, has anybody's boyfriend or girlfriend ever flirted with y'all?
Absolutely. People's husbands have flirted with me.
Okay.
People's husbands have flat out said.
That actually wasn't a great question, because
I
with
mean,
females,
guys do it all the time.
Yeah, it happens.
Guys
every day.
They have no fucking boundaries. I don't know what that is.
What I meant to say more is somebody that you know, like
somebody that I know,
a friend of yours, man or woman or whatever, you know.
Man or woman, is that like so far? Oh, you're saying has a friend of ours flirted with us?
A friend of yours, other half.
Oh, okay. Has that happened to you?
like my other half friends,
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
Either or, like your male or female friend, they are together in a relationship with somebody. Has that person that they're in a relationship ever flirted with you?
Maybe once.
You said maybe.
Yeah, because I'm not really like.
So you can't really think of it.
Because I'm not even like.
She ain't like that though.
But that goes back to what I just said. With some chicks, it kind of goes over their head. Somebody could be flirting with them.
So just short of pulling his dick out.
Right. Like they could be flirting with some girls, you can flirt with them and they're like oblivious to the fact that you're flirting with them.
Well,
Yeah,
that
like-
depends on how awkward you are.
Yeah, that's I'm like I know when it happens, and I'm not like.
Well, there's levels to
Or
flirting.
just like not nervous laughing it off because I can't even remember what it was like, but I think it wasn't something so forward as being like sexually suggestive. It was like something that maybe we may have talked about once we were talking on G-Chat. This person hit me up and then he just said something that was kind of like,
A little shisty.
yeah.
But
I
there's
don't know
like
so much.
there's subtle levels of that, and then there's
You don't need to move over.
Are we all good in the frame? So obviously we're kind of jumbling around here. If you look at once you see, really, don't do that. Hi, I'm Miss Officer. This is Danielle.
Hi,
This
nice to
is
meet
Jess.
what's up.
How are you?
What's up with you? Good.
All right, let's get these drinks going. I've been sober long enough for today. Fuck this noise. So this is what you're walking into. This is unfiltered.
Church.
All good stuff. Yeah. What's up? Let's get my man some headphones here.
The phones.
Yeah.
I see. What we got
So
over there.
I guess we're kind of
What's
blending
that? Is that the
episodes,
Moscato?
right? At this
Yeah.
point.
Okay.
What would you like?
Okay. I mean, I'll take some Moscato or something. I don't
Yes,
really drink Ciroc.
sounds of success.
Really? Oh my God! I was
drink
told.
Ciroc. Yeah, I don't really mess with.
I was
with
like,
that. I don't
what's-
really mess with vodka like that.
Really? I was
Yeah,
like, what's your drink of
Pass the man the
choice?
Moscato.
I play with a lot of tequila. You know,
Ooh, damn.
I'm more of a dark
See,
person. I'm more of a dark person.
I
You know
was
what I'm saying?
definitely on the tequila
I'm
last
Ooh,
night.
don't say
man.
that out loud.
What kind of
I'm going
tequila do
straight
you
to
like?
the point. Don Julio or
Really?
some.
She was just lit
or
off.
some,
I was
you
lit
know,
on DJ
what
last
else?
night,
What
man.
else? Don Julio. What's another like good favorite of mine?
There's a good one that's
tequila
more
ain't
like
for
a
me.
sipping one that's
But
called.
I'm confused. Is
Princess.
Avion's tequila, right?
Correct.
I ain't a
Avion,
princess.
yeah.
I'm not a fan of
Yeah.
tequila.
Avion. You're not a fan of tequila?
Why not?
It's that the next day. It's the only thing that makes me feel a little crazy.
Nah, but you gotta get the
Vodka
good
drop
like.
it.
Yeah, you gotta get
Vodka.
that top
You
shelf.
gotta get the
for
top
sure.
shelf of good sipping tequila,
I've
like a
had the top
mezcal.
shelf.
It's
I'm
just
just
like
saying, I had
it's
the
so
top
good.
shelf.
This
It
guy.
just
I had
just don't do it
Absolute
for
one
me.
time, and that shit made me hate vodka.
Absolute is
All
Really?
vodka.
Absolute is kind of
Nasty.
potent though.
Fucking
So-
vodka.
No, I like it.
Absolute
Absolute is
Good.
strong though.
I don't
Absolute
like
is
that
stronger
shit.
way stronger than Ciroc in my
Yeah,
opinion.
no, I don't really mess with that. Like
Wow,
I said,
I mean,
tequila,
he
Hennessy,
told me.
some Jack, honey, something
Ciroc
like
is like a
that.
feminine
Love
vibe.
Who
Jack.
told you?
Yancy.
See, he don't be knowing. That's what he
Yeah,
like.
see, why you told
That's
us
what he
that?
like. That's what he like to drink. And I show up to so many clubs, and they be like, "Yeah, we got that peach Ciroc for you." Like, bro, take it back.
I was like,
So-
I had the bottle of rain. I'm West Indian, right?
Okay,
I'm
okay.
like a whole bunch of things,
Beautiful.
but
That's
half
what you
Jamaican.
are.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Don't-
Don't play with me like
Don't gas it.
Don't
Don't gas it.
No gas. No gas.
Damn.
Don't get a hype in here.
Yeah.
To spoil the picnic.
We already got to keep egos in control around this place.
Wow.
Okay.
Hold
Don't
on.
listen to this guy. His
No,
balls
no.
haven't dropped
No,
yet.
I'm
He's crying
playing,
about
I'm playing.
You want to
I'm
do
playing.
the
Man,
honors?
why we gotta talk about the man's testicles
This is
like
old.
that?
Oh,
This
no,
is the
no, you
comment
told me
section.
mine weren't hard enough for me to not want to drink
He
today.
said, "Oh,
Damn.
Correct. Because I drank so much Don Julio
even
last
know what to
night.
say to
He
that.
said,
Lion's Den.
he said, let my
Baby,
nuts loose
anything goes
and,
here.
and keep the
Damn.
party
Alright.
going.
You guys
They
want
up
something to
there,
drink too?
So that's
They
why
up
I'm like,
there.
I don't
You?
know.
Say
Did
they
you
up
want
there.
to one time
You good?
They up there.
give us
Okay.
our favorite audio sound?
We're gonna be turned tonight. He
Oh
said.
yes. Hurry up. Pop that thing up.
Relax.
We definitely do
That's what he said. Hey.
that.
You need some help over there?
Boy, it
Zay?
tinks.
I just don't want to splatter.
You don't want to put your eye out?
Nah, relax.
So
It's a lot of pressure on a man when he gotta pop a cork like that.
I
You know
do
what
it
I'm
every
saying?
week, but this shit extra tight today.
Ooh, hello.
You know, when a man gotta pop a cork like
That's
that,
how I like
it's
it, though.
it's a lot of
he has
pressure.
a little performance anxiety.
Everybody, ooh, God, don't be
Oh.
nervous.
Nah,
So I just realized that we haven't introduced our guest yet.
see how rude y'all are. Look at y'all.
We are, ooh, the sound
That's what we
of
call the
success.
sound of success.
Let's pour up our guest first. You want
That's
some
what I
ice?
call finished.
Why don't you introduce
That's what I
him
call
while
spin.
you pour him?
Right.
Sir,
Well,
we-
you know, I come all the way from East Oakland. I go by the name of Adrian Marcel.
Woo!
The one and only. Yes. How y'all doing? Hello, New York. What's happening?
Yes, New York, the internet's
Brooklyn, what's
everywhere.
happening?
What up?
What's happening?
Recognize Queens one time for
Hey,
Justin.
Queens,
Just-
you know,
there's a
every,
Queen
you know,
spot
all
next to
over,
me.
all over the place. I don't discriminate.
Hate is in the air.
I don't
boy.
discriminate at all. You know. Thank you, love.
You don't want any ice, do you? No. All right, just take it up straight.
Tilt it.
Pause.
Well, oh yeah, I was just finna say, don't answer that, bro.
It's always
Please,
a setup.
God, don't answer
As
that.
always.
So, I guess we could call this episode 29 to 30.
The reload,
yeah.
29.
The
What is
remix
this?
30.
Yeah, 29 reloaded.
Yeah, 29
The AM
reloaded.
remix
20, 30.
reloaded.
29, 30.
29.
I guess. Whatever. I'll figure it out later.
There you go. Yeah.
So, you've been in New York for a little bit of time, right? What's up? What you doing here, man?
You didn't pour me enough. That's
I was waiting for the.
Stop being selfish.
Okay. No, not you. Okay, baby.
Okay.
Jesus, let's just drink. I just.
There you go.
So, how long have you been here? How you digging it?
I've been here since Sunday night, and I'm loving it. We've been doing all kind of work, man. Just going through the city, kind of doing little pop-up performances.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of rocking. I got my man Jules here with the guitar. So,
Hi.
Yeah, you know, we just been doing like some acoustic stuff, hitting the subway, hitting a couple of parks.
Cool.
That's
Nice.
the first question
You
I
know
was
what
going
I'm
to ask
saying?
you.
What?
If you performed in the subway.
Yeah, we had to.
man.
We had to do that.
Which
Had to do
subway?
that. Where was we at? 96Q.
Oh, the
Okay.
96.
So
Okay,
new.
Upper East
Yeah.
Side. Yeah.
Yeah, people walking past looking at you crazy. Like,
Yeah.
What the hell is he doing?
You got to go to
I guess,
the real
but you know,
busy
it's
ones.
funny. It's funny because, you know, New York is like that. I guess you guys get this all the time.
Yeah, we're accustomed
You know, so
to it.
people walk past, or you could just be like in the park, while people playing, they not tripping, ain't nobody caring. You know, where I'm from, you do some shit like that, like
Everybody stops.
it's an audience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's dope though. I respect that. You know, I guess that's why they say, you know, you really gotta have your shit together to be here. You know?
You got to go to like 42nd or
42nd.
34th.
But there's
34th,
mad
what's that?
assholes. Like, you're probably gonna be
Nah.
competing, right? There's
Yeah.
mad people like Subway performing 42nd Street. You can't turn around
Nah, but
without.
everybody got their own space. You're not going to go stand right next to
Somebody
somebody
gonna come
else.
on you
that's
like,
doing
yo,
it.
this my
Right,
section,
this is-
man. This
right,
my
right.
section, man. Yo,
my
B,
platform.
this my
That's
section,
where all
B.
of traffic is at. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to be seen, you go
Right.
to either one of those. Everybody's going to
Everyone passes through 34, 40, all those hubs, 125th. It's
Okay.
like 59th, all that stuff. But whatever.
okay.
You're done with the Subway, right? It's shitty.
Yeah,
You've been
we
down
already did
there.
it, we
No
already
one
did it.
fucking likes
So
it.
it's
It's hot.
not-
We did it.
It's awful.
This week, earlier in the week, it was a little humid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I got off the plane like the
Yeah.
fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now this is typical New
I
York weather.
threw away all my
bipolar.
jackets when I got off the plane. Like I came.
And now,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
right
Now I gotta
out
cover
there.
up.
Sounds about right. So, I like your new album. I really love it. It
Thank you.
sounds
Thank
so
you.
good. Yo, Blind is my shit. Blind to the BSL. I can't
That's what's
sing,
up.
but
That's
I'm
what's up.
gonna
Thank
sing
you.
because I can. But it's a
Yeah, do
really,
your thing.
I really do like it, and you could hear
Thank
the
you.
evolution of you as an artist. I really
appreciate
What
that.
does it stand for? Am I just old?
What does Blind stand for?
No,
What
no,
is
no,
the
not
album?
Blind. The album title.
Okay.
She from
no.
Brooklyn. She a
Right,
little
right,
slow.
right.
All right, no.
Now
No.
GMFU, it stands for Got Me Fucked Up.
Oh, word.
Yeah, it got me fucked up. But it's, you know, it's not as, I guess, aggressive as you wanna think.
Well, yeah,
know?
you gotta still sell it at like Walmart and Target, right? You gotta still put it on the. You still gotta put it on the shelves and shit. You gotta. I mean, damn.
No, not even that though. You know, it was a couple things. You know, I was going through. You know, around between that. In the beginning of 2015 into 2016, you know, things. So
Like what?
it's kind of gone through a lot of changes. Like, you know, I was kind of pissed at my label at the time. You know, I used to be with Republic, and we were having just some creative differences. You know, honestly, you know, they had a certain vision of where they thought I should be going. You know, they had a certain direction that they felt would I guess work.
Okay.
And it just wasn't the best for me. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I just wasn't one of those artists that didn't know themselves enough to know what worked for myself, you know. But at the same time, I'm an artist that if we're a partnership, I give you 100% of, you know, of an opportunity to do your thing, your ideas, you know. And if they don't work, it's only right I'm giving the same opportunity and the same 100%.
Right.
And it just wasn't going that way, you know. So I found myself a little bitter about a couple of things. I was dealing with different losses within the industry, you know, and learning, you know, bumping my head, you know, certain songs, like not realizing at the time, if you don't write the song, if you don't produce it fully, it can go anywhere. The beat can go anywhere. The song can go anywhere, you know.
Right.
So I just had to learn it the hard way. I was bringing records to the label and like, nah, this ain't the one. And I look up and I hear Chris, or I hear Trey with it. Or
Oh,
I hear,
damn.
I
And they would just.
hear certain things, certain people with either the beat or the lyrics or something,
Right.
like, and it's taking off, and it's like, yo,
I just
what
said
the fuck
this
is
shit.
going on, you know? But, you know, luckily I was able to get out the deal hands free, you know, just
Okay.
shake of a hands, leave it at that. Yeah, so it was a blessing. And but for a minute, I did kind of go through that space, you know, real dark time. Like, I really wasn't talking to a lot of people.
wow.
I wasn't on Instagram. I wasn't on Twitter. I wasn't on any social medias, honestly. I just wasn't up for nothing else of mine being kind of snatched or used
Right,
to
right.
win. And I'm still, you know, like my thing has always been exposure. It's never been like, oh, he can't sing, or he doesn't have the records, or he doesn't have the content or the visuals. We always had great material.
Yeah, I saw his
You know what I'm
visuals. I
saying?
can't remember what video I was
Yeah.
watching. I was like, wow. Because I was just like, you know, it's just like when it's something above normal,
Yeah, I
right?
appreciate
And it's
that.
like when you even go into that process, like
Yeah.
how much of the process are you involved in when you're creating your videos?
Well, now, I'll say for the videos, completely, like 100%. You know, me and my team, like it's always been kind of guerrilla style. Like our videos have never been super planned out. The only video that was ever planned in the label ever shot for us was 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, but there's been a bunch of videos. You got My Life, you got Waiting, you got Running, you got 5 Minutes, Pieces. It's a bunch of videos that we've shot that I feel are timeless. You know, timeless videos though. That we shot on the flute. You know, like I'm Still. It was like riding around with Ray. Ray had just popped into the city. We was like, yo, come over here to this little block real quick. We're gonna hop in this old school. We're just gonna ride around and just guerrilla this shit. Like, just film something. You know, so all of my videos have been a certain form of just being ready on call. You know, and just being creative. So I've always been involved in that process, and even in the process of the music. And during that time with the label, you know, we had 2 a.m., which was a great song. You know, I love that song, and it's still moving. It's still moving hard. Like, it's still moving strong. You know, they at some point they stopped working it, but take your time. But around the take your time, you know, period, around the spending the night period, it was just some ideas that I mean, and they're great songs. They are good songs, but we all know in this business it's all about timing. It's all about the prep. It's all about the promo. And realistically, it's all about the money that goes into these records.
Yep.
You know, so when you don't have those factors that are playing a part, of course, they just kind of fall to the waistline.
Correct.
You know, so again, I was just in that dark space, but Raphael called me. He was like, yo, it's
Name
time
dropping,
for you.
hey.
Yeah, you know,
But I mean,
he called me. But that's my man, you
Yeah,
know,
Raphael
Raphael
Sadiq.
Sadiq. Yeah, he presented the album, you know, but he was the one that called me like, yo, you got to come down to L.A. and rock. Like, you got to really get in the studio and just get back to a fun process, you know, and stop thinking so much of the politics, stop thinking about the number game, stop
I feel like that takes the joy out of the your creativity.
No, it did.
Right.
It completely took
And
the
like
joy
you're
from me.
remembering why you're involved in it anyway.
Yeah, I stayed at home. Like I wouldn't even record nothing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And then no writing.
People were sending me records, and I was like, yeah, it's all right. Like whatever. Like what does it
And all
matter?
it took was that
What does
jolt.
it matter? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was Ray who brought me down, and he told me, look, I'm gonna give you the keys to my entire studio.
Wow.
He was going to Cuba.
Nice.
Yeah, so he was gonna be gone.
They
for
can't do that no more, apparently.
Right. So he was going for 2 weeks, and he gave me the whole studio. He was like, call whoever you want, do whatever
Nice.
you want, just as long as I come back, I'm hearing
have
some
something.
dope shit.
Right.
And I called everybody. I called, you know, some just to name a few, like my homie Kyle Christopher Ramir Vincent, Jane Hancock, who writes every single Adrian Marcel record with me. Show Nuff and Beat Rock and K Parn and D Smith and, you know, just some No ID, Fauntleroy, just a few people who were just like super dope.
Right.
And believed in the process and believed in me, you know, from the work that we had done in the past. So we locked in, man, and we came out with just some crazy new sounds. I feel like, you know, some different sonics that still had that 7 days a week, my first mixtape appeal.
Yes.
But still had like a more modern.
Yeah, it sounds like
more modern sound.
you've
Like,
grown.
Yeah. And I had to make sure that the music was very personable to me and personal to what I was going through, rather than just kind of lashing out at people, making it about.
Right.
You know, there were certain songs that we went back and we changed lyrics because they were too like, I'm talking
Okay, it's
about
this
you,
asshole,
I'm coming
yeah.
to you, or this person, or you know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for you, this
That's Bob
bullshit,
from
your
marketing.
bullshit. There was a lot of that, you know what I'm saying?
Take a
Like,
layer of angst off of that.
yeah, so we
Just a
didn't want to
little
make
bit.
it so malicious, because it's like, I've been gone for a year and a half. People
Right.
don't want to hear you ranting and you know what I'm saying, crying about some shit. Like,
Right.
it was like, nah, let's come back with a different mind state. Like, let's just be cognizant now. Let's understand what has happened and how to avoid that. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm independent, and let's appreciate the fact that I don't have to worry about a lot of shit that artists trying to get off labels and being tied up to them and put on shelves and put bells put over their head, you know, for fighting and all that shit. It's
Right.
like, I'm able to walk away. I'm able to take that fan base that that was created, you know, with this partnership, and, you know, capitalize off of it. You know what I'm saying? So 2 a.m. brought a lot of success. You
Yeah.
know, I think it's platinum now. So
Nice.
with that being said, I'm able to still capitalize on that audience and say, hey, Adrian Marcel doesn't have a defect. It's
Right.
not
Right.
it's not nothing going on with that. And I wanted to prove that with this project.
Mm-hmm.
And my main goal was to get back to that 7 days a week
Mm-hmm.
feel, and I feel like I accomplished that, in so many ways. I feel like I put out one of the most authentic and original pieces, in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want anybody to be able to say it sounds like this person.
Right.
You can't say
This is true.
you can't say the melodies are like nobody. You can't say the beat is just like this beat or nothing. The sonics, we sat there and we tweaked sounds so that they would sound so weird that it would be like, yo, this is something that's specific to where I'm from, Oakland. That's how we do from East Oakland. We get down like that,
So, okay.
Question I have. So when you was having those creative differences with your label, and you write songs and then hear it go to another artist, at that point, if you believe in the song, why not just throw it out yourself and let it work? Because nowadays, artists is just putting them out and letting it catch fire on its own, and then making the label believe after they see what's going on.
I would say, the biggest problem with that is also, it's not only labels, but labels have kind of tainted so many writers and so many producers in the game, Producers have this.
She's trying to fill you
Oh,
up.
no,
man.
it's good right now. I'm going to finish this first.
Go ahead, sit there.
Yeah, but producers are very sensitive these days, and they get caught into politics too. So a lot of it was that the producer's not gonna make any money,
Right.
and that was the big problem. There were records,
Mm-hmm.
that we had, like we had Rock You Back to Sleep. We recorded that first.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah, so we did that, and given the fact again though, we have to remember I didn't write the song.
Right. So it's not
So
yours
it's
to
like
shout.
So it's not
Yeah,
mine.
right.
It's not
So
yours
it's not
to
mine, and I didn't produce the record. So
Right.
it's not mine.
Yeah.
Right.
However, we record the song and walk it into the building like, this the one. The producer's like, yo, you sound crazy on it. This the
Yeah.
one, this the shit,
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, but we're not cashing out for that. We don't know if that's going to be it.
Wow. And then the thing was
next
remixed
week,
8 times.
Next
Right.
week, before you even can blink, the song is out.
Somebody's
Chris
got
already
it.
paid
Chris
for
is
it.
out, yeah.
Chris did pay for it.
Times
You know what I
10,
mean?
right?
Like,
Shit.
yeah. So, it's just things that has to, it's the rules to the game. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But again, it just taught me a valuable lesson. Like within that time, I had to realize I had to up my own abilities. So around 2000, the end of 2014, 2015 beginning, like I started producing. Like I always played keys. I always kind of was into music and into creating music, but I never put the focus on the production.
Right.
You know what I mean? I always had so many people I was close with doing it, handling it, that it was like, yo, I'm all about us winning together, But I was like, forget it, man. I went and bought a new laptop. I went and got a bunch of new equipment, some MIDI keyboards, some MPC, all
Did it
kinds of shit.
yourself.
And like sat there for a whole year learning all these different programs, plugins, like just everything, just intensifying it. And now, like I produced 2 records on this project on GMFU.
Nice.
I
Which ones?
produced East Side Story and Beat It Up with my boy J Kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so and there were more. I had about 5 of them, but I wanted to save them. We've always been about recording and thinking about the future. So it was like, nah, this is a good blend of songs. Let's take this out. I'm going to save this for whatever I want. Like you said, I may just throw songs out at any point because I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's a
they're
great
yours.
feeling.
Yeah.
And they
Right.
mine,
You can do what you want with them.
Exactly. So it really was a lesson learned and a blessing that it all happened. Everything happens for a reason. So I'm here now with GMFU, like I had myself fucked up. So it's got me fucked up.
Oh, got
You know what I'm
it.
saying? In
Yeah.
the mirror. So, I'm at a different space now. I'm just cognizant to everything. I'm not saying I hate labels, not at all.
Right.
They're definitely necessary.
Correct.
Yeah.
Are they
Get in
really
where-
though?
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Are
they
they
are.
really
But
though?
if you don't
Question.
have the dough, they're
Well, yeah,
very
if-
necessary.
If you don't,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you don't have the dough, they're very necessary. But again, it's just all in
Yeah,
the
that.
paperwork. It's all in the control of the creative process for me. Like, am I able to do what I want to do?
Right.
And you jump behind it. Do you genuinely believe in my artistry? And a lot of reps these days they don't.
don't.
They're there for the bag, just like the artists are here for the bag.
Yeah, that's what
Everybody's
saying.
here for the bag, and that's cool. I'm here for the bag.
Right.
I need the bag. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need the bag.
All do.
We all do. Right.
But at the same time, it's what are you giving up?
Right.
What are you?
I feel like
what are you throwing to the waistline? You know what I mean? There are dope producers out there that can't get that real recognition they still deserve, not because they not dope no more. They still dope, but now it's a young cat who the label then convinced to do it
Sign
for free.
over everything too.
To do it for free. So don't worry about the underdogs, or don't worry about Timbaland, or don't worry about Tricky, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or No ID, or talented, and like producers who have never lost the abilities. They still just as dope. I sit in their studios, and I hear crazy shit like, "Yo, I need that, bro." Like, that's hot. But the labels have convinced the world that you don't need that, because now you can do a boom bap beat for nothing, and it's gonna sell because of social media. It's gonna sell because of sound. Like, people going straight to SoundCloud. Forget whether the song sounds good.
Right.
How many views?
How many likes does it get?
How many likes does it get?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So
Don't
they'll
even be mixed.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll listen to a great song, like, yeah, but it only has like 10,000 views. This garbage ass song has 10 million,
10 million views. It's like,
and all the other impressions
Right.
that come behind it.
you know what I mean? So it's a lot of different factors that play in it. But like I said, again, it just showed me to make sure I do it myself, you know, and to be self-sufficient, and to never let my direction get changed or steered the wrong way, by listening to everyone else's voice except mine. Like, my voice is the most important.
did you come to preach to me today, brother? Good God.
But I feel like as an artist, as a musician, as a producer, like whatever level of talent that you're in, like you shouldn't get jaded by the bag. Like, you should just be like, I remember why I wanted to do this from jump, and I should have ownership over that.
Exactly.
Right? I feel like oftentimes people get jaded by those things, and depending on what their situation might have been, they just think of like what I could be doing when I get that bag. That you just forget about like the authenticity that you want to maintain.
Yeah, no, it's just like we was talking with a bunch of my people, like my road manager and stuff, and we always laugh about it. But you think about a drug dealer, a lot of them probably start off with a number. A lot of them probably say, "Man, if I could just get 1 million, I get out." And then that million come,
and then
now you got 3 million,
and now I need 20. Now I need 30, and you start losing the fundamentals, and you start losing the morals of what you had going on, and now it's strictly about how much money I can get, and then you get greedy, you get caught up,
and then you get jammed
up. You know, so for me, it's just there's that number that's always sitting at the front of my head, in the front of my my head, that's saying, when you get here. It's not to forget, you know what I mean? Don't forget the ideas that you have, but it's for you to be able to really utilize them, to really put them into, you know what I'm saying? Really put them in the universe. Like, I want to be able to give back the way that a lot of artists kind of don't give back these days.
So,
you know
like,
what I'm
how?
saying? Like, for instance, my city, like in Oakland, there's a lot being changed in it. They're regentrifying everything.
Are they gentrifying? Oh, welcome to Brooklyn.
Everything. Yeah, no, straight up. But it's like, and I'm sure it's happening here too.
Of
they're
course.
totally ripping the culture, and they're totally ripping the support that my community had.
Let me tell you, that 96th Street Q train station, that is everything is brand new. They're building up this. I don't know. I haven't even been up there.
Still looks up there.
But we would not be sitting here in this. We're in Williamsburg. We would not be sitting here 10 years ago.
Wow.
That's how much gentrification has ripped it. I'm from Brooklyn. This was shit. You see how it looks outside. You would never guess there's a studio in here.
Straight up.
My neighborhood, I'm from Flatbush.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what are you doing here? What's happening?
Crazy.
Yeah, it's like
jogging at 3 a.m.
Holy
Crazy.
shit, with the dogs and everything. It's crazy.
I used to be in West Oakland. I used to be in West Oakland, walking around, popping at girls and shit, and I'd be getting calls from like my brother and cousins, like, "What the fuck are you doing in West Oakland, man? Like, you better get your ass out of it," because it was one of those places
you didn't want to be.
You didn't want to be, or or make sure you just don't look like you not from here. You know what I mean, type thing.
Now
now it's like it's dog. It's like pooper stops and
Don't honk signs.
and bike lanes, bikers.
lanes.
I mean, you got joggers. Who that don't got no pepper. It's all salt.
All salt.
It's all salt. So
Real
it's like
That's what they do.
it's salt. So you looking like, yo, what happened to the drug dealers? Just got out of here. And I'm like, they didn't lock it up.
go?
They buy up the hood because it's the cheapest
Yeah,
property.
and they send them out. They send them out.
And
back.
then you
Switch it
send them
all
out
up.
to the hills.
Yeah.
So that the and I forgot who was talking about that. But yeah, it's like makes the commute easier for the people who got money. They
Yep.
don't want to do that. Everybody else go out
Yep.
and go tear up these places that used to be like the getaways. You know what I mean? Like Tracy and Stockton and shit was like a getaway from the town. And now you got more town natives in Stockton and Tracy than you got in East Oakland or West Oakland or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's just little things that for me I always think about, being in this space, it's a certain responsibility that I feel artists don't put on ourselves. Like, and I want to keep that responsibility over me. Like, to be able to come back to my city. And yes, it does need to be changed. It did need to evolve. There were those issues there, but not coming in and putting a breakfast spot that
no one can afford.
A
muffin costs $4
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a muffin's like $8, $9, and it's a mini muffin. Like
Yeah.
it's not even.
It's
It's not
artisanal
even like
and
a large.
gluten-free. What the
It's
fuck
not
is
even
this?
a filling muffin. You know what I mean? But you
came
putting
from
it. You're
muffin.
putting it there where a
Yeah.
mom and pop store that was
Used to
like
be.
a health store, or you know what I mean,
Bare
something
roots.
that was real for the community. So there's nobody coming in putting like no banks. Like that's for us. No schools that's giving back to the art or giving back to the youth. There's not a lot of that's coming into the city. It's a
Right.
lot of people who aren't from there who are building their legacies there.
And that
That's in
area
New
is
York City.
expensive.
That's
It's
here.
very expensive now.
I read an article about a teacher taught grade school, and she couldn't afford to live in like a neighboring area.
I
of
saw
the
that.
school.
I saw that article.
To the point where she was living in a homeless shelter. Like her community, as far as her teaching community,
Yeah.
didn't know. The principal didn't know she was doing this. But once they found out, it was like they helped get her housing from a former teacher.
No,
That's
it's
on,
crazy. The
I think it's
homeless
crazy.
rate. The homeless rate is crazy, especially in my city now. Like I grew up going to school in the downtown area, and you hardly. I mean, you saw your bums and your homeless people. Every now and then, but there was never this much. It was never this serious.
Right.
Like that was back when 14, on. So now I go home and I drive past these same areas that I took to go to school, and they're villages
Damn.
of homeless people now. Like they have completely taken over different little things. It's not like going under an intersection and you see like 4 or 5 tents. No, I'm
Right.
talking about villages. Like
They have
it's
their own
not
tent
it's
city.
not funny, but it's like signs that are their own streets, their own sections.
Right.
Like
Wow.
over here is
Damn.
That's
like
crazy.
for
That's-
real.
that's
it's
insane.
sad. You know what I mean? And for people to see that every day, for people to live that, and half of these people, like you said, they're not technically out.
Right.
It's just the cost of living.
It's so high.
Because in the article, it was like where she could afford to live.
Where she could afford-
her
right.
commute would like
Right.
round trip
And
would
that's
be
what I'm
like
saying.
3
It's
hours
not
a
that-
day,
it's not
and it
that
was like
they have
it was
nothing
pure
in their
insanity.
bank account. It's
Yeah.
not that they don't have
Just
any
can't
family.
afford.
They don't have any. It's
Yeah.
like, this
Nothing
is
wrong
just
with you,
the
it's just the money.
circumstance. This
Yeah.
is a straight money situation, and it kills me because it's like there's so many changes going through the city. Where is this money coming from?
Not my damn pocket. That's for
Where's that
sure.
money?
Right, you're like,
Where's
this my tax dollars
where's
going to
They had the
Where's
this.
money
that
to
money?
throw that parade the other day.
Ooh,
Yeah, right.
yeah,
And I mean,
for the
hold on.
Warriors.
Now wait a second.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey,
Hold up.
wait.
Don't tease
It's
the
like-
next year.
Shout to y'all.
Shout
Shout to
Sound
y'all.
like a hater right
Oh,
now.
oh, no, I
We
wanted them to
moving.
win.
Okay.
I wanted them to win.
I wanted them to
I've
win.
been dealing with a
Nah,
lot.
Hey,
nah,
baby.
nah.
I
You're
always
right.
bet
I
on
was
Team
rooting
Life.
for
You're
them.
right. You're right. But I will say that. I will say that. Very, very proud, very happy, very excited that my hometown could come and shut it down again. And do that for the city, because with that, with all those thousands of people that was out there, you know, all the parade going on. It was no fighting, no problems, none of that, man. Like, as far as I know, nobody got killed. Nobody got injured. You know what I'm saying?
It was a good
no
day.
children got lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a real good day, you know, and that's a start, because for me, it's like, it is all about the city. It's all about the people who live in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't technically got to be there to help.
Right.
You got to be from there, or from there, like I said, to help, you know? But it's just about understanding, you know, the culture that Oakland is. Understand, in any place. That's for Brooklyn too. That's for Chicago. That's for Detroit. That's for any place out there that I'm sure goes through
the changes
what the day is going through right now. You know, is that it starts with the people who are living there. It starts with us. Like, if we can come together and we can establish our own rules, our own way of living, then it's like, they can't change. They can't come in and change that shit. Then we'll always have that culture that's there. But as long as we keep going with it and allowing it to happen, ain't nothing gonna change. It's just like the music game.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
Gotta
I'm
stay with
glad.
it though. That's an uphill battle.
That's especially
when you're
Everything
battling
is.
against big money.
it's
Everything
a
is.
battle against big
Because
money.
money
is.
is connected with the politicians. You know how that go.
You gotta start somewhere though.
You do. That's why I said you could do it. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
You know where we're
nah,
gonna start
yeah.
tonight? Right here in the basement.